What's going on, everybody? It's a true honor to stand here tonight. Thank you for that beautiful introduction. Thank you to Coach Prada and the team of people for having me here speak. As you know, my name is Dan Lamone, and I played at Teaneck from 2001 to 2004. Baseball has taken me in a lot of different directions, from T-ball at Teaneck Southern, to being a 4-year collegiate starter, to actually being a head coach at Pagoda High School for 10 years. No matter what uniform I wore, no matter where I was, nothing has changed. Teaneck has always been my home. Before I go any further, I just want to thank my parents and my wife for being here tonight. You guys all say Last year, I was honored to be selected into the Teaneck Baseball All-Decade team. And as I reflect on my career, nothing compares to the 4 years at Teaneck. I know they're not here tonight, but I wanted to give a big shout out to Coach Ron de Blasio, who's my freshman coach, and Coach K, who had a major influence on my life. You guys know. If you played for Coach K, you know exactly what I mean. He was tough and he held you accountable. I'll never forget this one time when I was a senior. I was really feeling myself. Really was. I was a senior. I just secured a prom date. I just got my first car. Had a nice haircut. We had a 3:30 practice over at Hawthorne Field. I'm in my car. I'm blasting G-Unit. I'm like all fired up. I get to practice. I'm fluttering to the field. Still blasting the music. I put my cleats on. I'm walking. All of a sudden, I look over and see Coach K darting toward me with his famous military walk. He's like turning red. This man was turning, every step he took, he turned another shade of red. He got in my face. He was like, you know it's 3:31. I saw kids here, so I can't repeat what he said. But he ripped into me that day. And, you know, in hindsight, you know, I really did need to be humbled at that point, and I appreciated the life lesson. I was literally never late for another practice again in my entire baseball career. Other than my dad, Coach K was a big role model for me. He was hardworking, he was disciplined, he had a hot wife. She's not here, all right. But I looked at him and I thought, like, I could really see myself doing this. Like, you know, he's got a house, he's got a player, he's coaching, he's got beautiful kids that he's teaching them the game. And, you know, it was something to me that he was just a hell of a coach, and he really brought the best out of me. I had a lot of success under Coach K. But despite the success, he doesn't remind me of that. Every time I talk to him, he reminds me of this throwing error I made against Don Bosco. We were up. It was the 7th inning. It was 2 outs. It was a ground ball right to me. And I got up, threw it over the first baseman's head. Don Bosco ended up beating us. But, you know, we spoke 2 weeks ago, and he literally brought it up again. Like, seriously, like, nothing about, like, hey, he made all league. He was talking about the error. But that's what great coaches do. They push you, they hold you accountable, they make you better, even if it means reminding you of mistakes you made 25 years ago. Just like I had Coach K, players, you guys have a hell of a coach in Coach Prada. I could literally talk all night about Coach Prada's baseball resume. He was one of the first freshmen to start varsity in like a 40-year span, which was crazy. He was a 2-year collegiate champion at St. Thomas Aquinas, which is a Division II school. Guys, that's like one of the best Division II schools around. They're beating most D1 schools around here. You know, Coach, one of the things that I admire most about you, though, other than baseball, was his perseverance. His father, Philip Prada, was a legend as a baseball player. That was a long time ago. But I knew him as a coach at Teaneck Southern. He was a great coach, and he was an even better man. But when Mike was about 15 or 16 years old, his father lost his battle with lymphoma. And I, like, just think about that. Like, imagine being 15 years old and losing, like, someone who's your hero. And, you know, at that point, Mike could have went one of two ways. And, you know, other than his family and his friends' support, what do you guys think saved him? What do you think what was one of the things that, like, really helped Mike get through this time? Baseball. No matter where life took him, he played for like 3 different high schools. How many high schools did he play for? He was on Don Bosco, he was on St. Joe's, he was on Paramus. How many high schools did he play for? No matter where life took him, Teaneck Baseball always called him back, and he answered the call. Now, he's a man with a strong work ethic, a beautiful family. I'm not going to say hot wife, but a hot wife. And guys, and a group full of, what he's telling me, is dogs that are willing to work for him every day and learn from him. That's the power of perseverance, guys, and honor. And that's what Coach Prada brings to the table. The only problem I have with him, you turned the beefsteak into Italian dinner? You had to plant your Italian flag? You're 3 years into the position. What is going on? True Guido, guys, you gotta love it. But players, honestly, take advantage of your time with him. Accept the criticism. Learn from him. Trust his process. He comes from a very tough coaching tree in Leon Matthews, who's actually here tonight. And toughness is in his blood. Be coachable, guys. You gotta be coachable. And he says you are. He has a lot of good things to say about this team. You guys played Dumont yesterday. My cousin is the head varsity coach at Dumont. He was like, those Teaneck kids, they're young, but they're tough. And as a varsity head coach for 10 years, I met like a ton of coaches. And they know that I played college, and they would ask me, like, where did you play high school baseball? And I would always say, you know, Teaneck. And the response was, wow, man, that's like a tough little team. Like, they're always, like, scrappy. And, like, guys, that's a reputation that's been going on for about 50 or 60 years. And honestly, you know, that's on you to continue. In today's world, I mean, if you ask Coach Matthews, he would definitely say this too. Sports are getting a little bit soft, guys. Everybody's pretty. Everybody's got the IG. The curls got to be working the right way if you want to get a couple hits. I get it. But the truth is, in Teaneck, we don't do that, guys. What we do is we get out there and we go crazy, okay? Don't just show up to practice. Honestly, you should be going to practice thinking you're a quarterback. You should be trying to take over the practice. If you're trying to, you know, be out here cool, cool's not cool, guys. We gotta run this show. You gotta communicate with your guys. We gotta be running the program here. And no matter the record, and what I noticed in you guys is you guys got a lot of fight in you. Because, like, I passed the field a few times, and I always hear, like, during the game, you guys are loud. And that's great. That's called great energy. So keep that up, guys. Like, build off that. But, you know, it's that reputation that we got to continue. And it's not just about you guys, too. It's about the old players sitting over there that we were watching. I got all the stats ready to go. Who's Jack Daniels? Who's Santos? I know who's who. We watch you guys, right? It's about the kids from Teaneck Southern that really look up to you guys. Great job at the community service practice, because I know those kids were like idolizing you guys. It's about your families, you know, your parents who support you and put up all this money and got you to all your practices. It's about them, guys. It's really not just about you. It's about everybody here. And that's a legacy that we have in Teaneck, and it's beyond the field. I look at my life, and 2 of my best men at my wedding were kids that I played with during my time here in Teaneck. I look around, and I just see, like, a lot of people. You guys know Coach Parham. He went, like, all out to help buy my first house. I'm looking, I got the Ventabilias right here. These guys were my neighbors and also guys who I played with. Leon Matthews, who had just like a huge impact on my career. He was coaching guys a lot younger than me, but he would always give me such good motivation. Guys, this goes beyond the field. This is a brotherhood, all right? All these connections, this is all from Teaneck Baseball. This isn't just a program, guys, it's a brotherhood. At the end of the day, baseball will teach you how to compete, how to handle challenges in your adult life, and how to push past your limits. So respect the program, respect your teammates, respect your coaches, and most importantly, leave your mark on Teaneck Baseball. Thank you.
Yes.